Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So, quick point of order here. This video was never supposed to happen. So I'll quickly explain kind of why. The idea that I had originally was that upcoming here on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have the 100th episode of Hobby Talk Live. So the idea was that I was going to compile a variety of different clips. And for reasons that I'll explain in a moment, that became kind of untenable. But my notion was to put together a couple of different clips, and then I was going to do the live stream like normal. Hopefully I'll get to invite a couple of guests and everything. I'm working on that right now as I record this for you. But at the same time, the idea was that I would do this, and then at some point during the live stream, probably near the beginning, I would play this little highlight clip. It was a couple of different clips from some of the different episodes. The problem is, as I mentioned, it is the 100th episode, and that means I have 99 episodes to pull, potential clips from. So even though the intention was good, there was almost no way I could do that. So what I ended up doing is I tried to skip a bunch of different stuff. I mean, even then I found some fun stuff in there. And some of the clips take a little bit to develop. Like there's a joke that's happening in the clip, and it takes a little bit of time to develop. So before I knew it, I was already past like 3, 4, 5 minutes. And my goal was to keep it like 1 or 2 minutes and play a couple of clips, and then I would be able to, because otherwise in a live stream, we'd end up all just sitting there watching it for like 4 or 5 minutes. And in the end, once I kind of gave up on that idea, I ended up doing like a 9-minute clip. 9 minute and change. And so the end result was, this is nowhere near exhaustive, but the truth is when I started looking at the playlist, there are some sites online that you can check out a YouTube playlist and check out the runtime of it. So the one that I do for the streams, which does include the impromptu streams, it also includes the excerpts and some of the old ones, and I'll give you a little background on those since I'm doing this as a standalone video. If I add it all up, the playlist for the lives, the various lives that I've done and the excerpts, is over 18 days. So even at my beloved 2x speed and skimming through and all that, that's like 9 days plus. So there's absolutely no way that this is anywhere near exhaustive. There was no chance. But I will quickly give you a little background just before I, hit the button, so to speak, and play the clip for you. The delineation between the old live streams, because those of you who have been around the channel a little while would know that I can actually go back a little bit further than the date that I start this off at, and that is I used to do some live streams where it was kind of a one-on-one. It was also a little bit more sporadic. So it was kind of a one-on-one conversation. I won't say interview because I don't think that's appropriate, but I did have questions, kind of ideas in my head that I wanted to talk to somebody about, and I would do a couple of episodes like that. But they were sporadic. They were here and there. There'd be like one, and then a couple of weeks later there'd be another and stuff like that. So the line of delineation is when I started doing these live streams with a little bit of a format idea, and even if it was one-on-one initially, eventually it would become a panel show, and that's kind of what it is today. It's a bit of a panel show where you've got regulars, you've got folks that rotate in and out, but it's still more of a panel show. It's interacting with the chat, it's a variety of these different things. So the starting point, the #1 episode, which I believe was in October of 2020, was when I started doing them every week, at least one episode per week, where, panel or not, it was one episode every week, and it was a consistently, building thing on itself that we just kept going consistently at it. So that's kind of the #1, and then from then on we kept going forward. Some weeks we would have 2, and there was a while where there was enough news where it warranted 2 live streams per week. But then these days it's 1 live stream per week, and that adds 1 more to the total. So this Friday will be number 100 of that series, of that specific run, and it is the longest running episodic hobby, whatever the hell it is that this is. So that's kind of the way that I dub it and that I play off of it. So that's kind of the background of how this became what it is that way. It goes back to October of 2020, where I ran them consecutively every single week. We would do 1 live, including when I went to the expo, and it'll be when I do the expo in a couple of months here. That'll be the same idea. I'll try to find some day in there to do a live stream again. Same idea. I try to do 1 per week at least to kind of keep the run going. And that's part of the original run, separate from everything else. Otherwise, I'm going to play some clips for you here. We're going to have a little fun with these. And then before I go to the last set of clips, I will come back briefly, and then I'll close it off at the very end. So this is kind of the preamble here. We're going to play some clips, and then when I come back, we'll cue up the last set of clips in that. Again, it is not exhaustive. I'm sure that you could probably figure out, if you've been watching a lot of these live streams, I'm sure you could think of some moments that you probably would love to have included in there. I tried my best to include as many episodes as I could. But realistically, some of these clips take a little bit of time. So anyway, enjoy this, highlight clip, so to speak, and then I'll come back with 1 set of clips at the end.
All right, system says it's live.
And I've done that before, but I've had a legit gripe where I may have used some flowery language.
I would argue, Dave, you have much more incendiary videos on your channel. I actually was scrolling through, and I found one of your ones on Facebook Collecting the Past. It's like, and I watched it. It's like 6-minute long video, and I think it was you like pointing the camera at a beach or something.
Lake Superior.
Yeah, okay, Lake Superior. And then by the time I finished watching the video, I was like, Dave seemed upset. I'm getting it was subtle. Bob, I was once an eBay rando. Bob, you're still an eBay rando. Even when we know who you are, you're an eBay rando. That's some Sleeman, so that's Guelph, where I went to university. And this is a 50th anniversary Guelph Griffin's Golden can. They actually had a limited edition thing from Wellington's, a local brewery. And I was like, wait, okay, so on the one hand, Wellington's is trash. But on the other hand, I enjoy my alma mater. This is more of an American thing than Canadian thing, but I actually really appreciate my alma mater. So it's like, all right, I'm going to get the stupid thing, and hopefully I don't die and burst into flames drinking this beer. Turns out it's the only good beer they've ever made.
Oh.
But there was a one-time limited edition. I'm like, this is a good beer. Make more of that. Idiots.
The rally for you, Carlos. You should be on there, man, next year.
I just don't know if I saw they didn't have anything on there. And I'm saying, like, you want to limit me to 60 minutes? You're out of your damn mind. It's like, here's your surprise, hour 2. That's your surprise. It's like, you think you can tame me to 1 hour? How dare you? You can have Carlos and then Carlos.
Till the AM.
Yeah, here's what I'll do. Hour 1, it'll be like this. Hour 2, it'll be like this. There you go. Now it's completely different. Totally different. That's hour 2. Here's hour 3. Here's hour 4.
There we go.
And back to hour 5, recapping hours 1 through 4. That's what we're going to have.
Bravo.
That's Hobby Palooza. That's Hobby Palooza.
There we go.
What? The rest of you want? Too bad for you. Is this live? Absolutely not. Totally pre-taped. I was appreciating your story, Dave. At the same time that I'm listening to your story in one ear. On the other hand, I got a wild Carlos Sr. in the background. So I got the dark shadow back there. That's Carlos Sr. Oh, he's making his way this way.
He's coming this way.
Yeah.
We finally got the
You want to say hi to the people?
Make yourself big.
He's a lie.
Correct. That's
We
right.
know that.
Yeah. So this is Carlos Sr. He's here just causing trouble. It's doing his usual thing. So here, hold on. I'll adjust it a little bit up. So say hi to the adoring public. There are 36 people who have nothing better to do with their lives. Not counting the people on the screen who don't count necessarily towards that.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Absolutely. So they say Merry Christmas. So Eric here, he obsessively stalks a hockey player. He thinks hockey's real, which is really unfortunate. It's very sad. We don't have the heart to tell him.
That is just your imagination, my friend.
Yeah, it's not a real
Doesn't
thing.
exist.
No, not at all. Not at all. No. Mr. Lewis, I want your opinion. What do you think for Bob Lewis? What is good content? And in your answer, include the word anti-disestablishmentarianism in a correct sentence.
Go.
So,
And this will be on the final exam, people. People with that kind of money don't have the time to be watching the content. They got other shit to do. They need somebody they reasonably trust to give them some pointers or some advice and point them in the right direction. That's where they're getting the information from.
Or they'll pay somebody to watch what they think is valuable and say, okay, now tell me what they said.
Yes, correct. They value their time the same way that I do, except they have even more things pulling at them. They're doing other stuff. If they're famous for doing something, Drake makes music for a living, allegedly, in addition to being a celebrity. But the point is, theoretically, he's doing that. He's promoting an album, or he's doing this, that, or the other, which means whatever hours he's got left that he wants to even touch on the hobby, they have to be used maximally. Means he's not sitting there watching content. He's not listening to podcasts. He's like, all right, I'm here to open some boxes. Let's do this thing. That's why he got really annoyed when Ken Colden couldn't figure out an iPhone. $1 billion company. This guy has $300 million in auction sales last year. Can't figure out a fucking iPhone. And doesn't have a guy who can do it. He doesn't have people. I have people. Lamest zombie apocalypse ever.
Okay, so that was a lot of fun. That was already quite a bit. Now you can kind of see why I couldn't just squeeze it into a live stream. There was enough there that there was no chance that was going to happen. So I figured I would do this little recording in between instead and just do it as a standalone episode. One other thing I'm going to mention as well, just for the channel itself. My intention was originally just to do the one pickup video this week. I did a PWCC one. But at the same time, it looks like I've got a notification that Ship My Cards package is going to come in, and I did get some surprise mail. So I did get a little bit of that. So I'm just including that in the middle of the video. So that's one thing that's going to be on there. And I did get some other stuff. So, and if the Ship My Cards one comes in this week, which it looks like it's going to be, I will include that. So we'll have a pickup video this week as well. So that'll be kind of fun. I got one more set of clips I'm going to do for you. And this is actually from the 99th episode. So this is from the most recent week. It's not that long in the past year. But it was kind of fun. And it was indicative of the fact that even all these episodes later, we have not matured. We haven't gotten any more. We haven't gotten any more serious in terms of what we're doing. And that was the idea. These live streams were always meant to be kind of fun and a little bit silly. It courts the line between having moments of like lucidity where we actually talk through more serious topics a little bit. You know, I have my fun poking fun at a lot of stuff, no doubt. But at the same time, there would be these moments of lucidity where we would actually get a chance to actually talk about some more serious issues. Well, this last clip is indicative. Even on episode 99, we're still having a lot of silliness. So this is a clip from episode number 99 of Eric turning absolutely heel on his mother, which, you know, very sad, very shameful, disgraceful. My condolences to the family. And also, Bob Lewis giving us a moment of zen to kind of send us off, which is a beautiful way kind of leading into the end of this video. So I'm going to play that last set of clips for you here, and then I'll come back, and then we'll close out this video.
I've only had one Lemieux rookie in my life, and I threw it away.
What?
My mother, and I hope the old bat's paying attention. So when
You just turned on like the only person who supports you.
yeah, no, she needs to hear this. All right, because that card's worth hundreds of dollars now. She made me clean my room. I didn't want to clean my room, and I had my cards out all over the table, and there was papers everywhere, and she's yelling at me, and she's making me say, "You gotta clean your room." I don't want to clean my room. Well, she threatened me, and then I said, "Fine." I cleaned my room, and I was mad, and because that's what teenagers do. They get mad, and I took them, and I took everything off the table, and I stuffed it in a bag, and I threw them away, and said, "You happy now?" And I threw away a Gretzky second year, a Lemieux rookie, and I think a Yari Curry rookie. Threw it all in the trash. So it's her fault.
That got you top row.
Yeah.
Oh, it did for like a minute, but like we'll adjust it. Listen, Benedict. Look, we got to talk, bro. Hold on. Bob's got it. That was like a hard heel turn. Like that was like fast. That was like NWO Hogan, but he literally just ran in and like punched an old lady in the front row, and it's like there's no subtlety. How the tables have turned.
You're in trouble now.
She even used the emoji. Dang. Bob, take us away. Leave us with a thought, a moment of zen, a thought to, in your reappearance, it's been a little while since you've been on, a thought to kind of send off with the good people. As a Hall of Famer, soon to be impeached, soon to be recommitted, and soon to be impeached again. Tell us, give us a word of wisdom.
Hold on, I'll just. Oh. So I had this thought. Do you think? So you go to Target. You've been to Target or something
Target,
like that?
I've been to Target, yes. Go on.
And you know how they got a Starbucks sometimes in the front?
Well, it's got to be bougie. It's Target. Yeah, go on.
Right. So do you think the workers at like a real Starbucks, like a standalone Starbucks, look down upon the Starbucks workers at the Target? Like, is that a lesser than Starbucks to work at, right?
Hold on. This is a profound thought from Bob. No. This feels like when Bobbles was catfished by the fake SGC. This is what it feels like. It feels like he's like operating with like the ones in the little kiosk as opposed to like the real one in the real store.
Explain why Bob's onto something. Because no one working at the Target Starbucks has a man bun. No one in the Target Starbucks has plugs in their ears or a nose ring.
They actually have to refer to the little cheat sheet to know how to make the drink. They're not for real baristas, you know.
Right.
They don't have credentials.
Yeah, like the plugs and the nose rings and the face tattoos and the man buns.
That comes with the brick and mortar Starbucks standalone.
That's
next level.
Those
Absolutely.
are just Target employees with a different shirt on.
And do the people at Target, are they like folding clothes on Monday and making lattes on Tuesday, or are you just assigned to the Starbucks?
This conspiracy is deepening. I got to be honest with you guys. Can I level with y'all? Can I level with y'all for just a minute?
Yeah.
Y'all know that I like to run this show where a lot of times I don't know what's going to happen. I'll be honest. Most of the time I don't know what the hell I'm going to say until the moment is right and I say it. I set Bob up here. I have no idea where the fuck he's going. No clue. And it met and exceeded all the expectations I could have hoped for. This is
Hall of Famer, baby.
Bob, this may be your finest hour. That on the spot, like that was wearing the tuxedo shirt.
Yes.
That was top tier, Bob Lewis. That was top tier.
I knew it would be good, but yeah, he surprised me a little bit with where he went with that. That was
impressively deep. That was thought provoking. It invoked Target, which of course I love. There are layers to which like I appreciated that. Y'all, that right there was a beautiful moment of zen. Bob Lewis just laid it down. No, Eric, that will be the last word.
Okay, and that was indeed the last word. So that is it for the clips of this video. Thank you to all of you who have been hanging out for some or all of the 99 episodes that preceded the 100th episode we're going to do this week. So again, we'll do it on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We've been pretty consistent on the Friday schedule. There's been one live per week for 100 episodes. Again, some weeks have had two, but for the most part, back from October 2020 till right now, every week there's been a live. So thank you to those of you who have hung out, who have supported, who have commented, or who have participated in it. So we couldn't have done it without a whole lot of you participating in it. So it's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to hopefully doing it for some time to come. I look forward to doing it through the Fall Expo. I look forward to doing another live stream over the holidays. Again, the same way that we did before. I did include a Christmas episode in the previous clip series as well. So it won't be obviously Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve because obviously the calendar doesn't fall neatly on a Friday. Maybe we can make an accommodation to it. We'll see. It's going to be on a Saturday night, so I don't know if it'll be quite as interesting to kind of shift over a day, but we'll see. I'm open to discussing that. One other thing I'll mention to you is that as we go forward, I'm still open to suggestions as far as, you know, ideas and things that you might want to include on the show. Mostly it's we start off with the idea of some newsy topics. That's usually the way we begin with a lot of these episodes. But then from there it becomes whatever the audience wants to do or whatever the chat wants to do. So that's always going to be part of it. And then also if there's some folks that you'd like me to kind of potentially include in some of these discussions, I'm certainly open to that. We've been able to have a variety of different folks, collectors predominantly. I try to focus on collectors and folks that have some passion for the actual genre here that we're talking about. And that's always been the more fun for me. But again, I am at least open to hearing out ideas about that as far as that's concerned. But we'll see how it goes. So hopefully to 100 episodes and hopefully 100 more. And then we'll see how that goes on going forward. I have no really intention of slowing down or stopping on those. And I've been enjoying it so far. Anyway, so that's it for me this time around. More episodes coming up on the channel. Live streams, 8 p.m. Eastern time, as has been the case, like I said, on Fridays. And then also I have mentioned the last couple of episodes on the channel. I am also doing live streams on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern time on the PSA Canada YouTube channel. So I'm not going to be promoting it for very much longer. I do want to try to direct a little bit of traffic to it if you are interested. It is separate from this channel. If you have no interest in it, don't worry about it. Otherwise, it's a link in the description for the next little bit while I try to help at least promote a little bit as far as that's concerned. But otherwise, a couple of weeks from now, you won't hear about it anymore because that'll be the end of that, and we'll let it run on its own and see how it does. Otherwise, thanks very much as always. Appreciate any support you have. Like if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one.